Boston's rock station, WAAF. It's usually the Mistress Carrie show, but now it's MC and DMC. Is that the name of the new afternoon show here
yes,
at WAAF?
It is.
You like that?
Yep, the MC and DMC show.
Or the King and the Mistress?
The King and the Queen. The Mistress Queen.
Darryl DMC McDaniels from Run-D.M.C. joins us in the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's nice to have you back.
I'm so happy I was able to come visit.
We haven't seen each other in a really long time, at least in the studio. I think we bumped into each other a couple times out and about somewhere.
Yes,
but
because I'm always in Boston. It's one of my favorite places ever.
You're the consummate New Yorker. But you spend an awful lot of time in the enemy territory.
A lot. Talking about, I love the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, pretty soon you're just going to get adopted.
It gets back, I think you have already adopted me. It gets back to New York. DMC was on the radio in Boston saying he loved the Red Sox. So when I land at LaGuardia or JFK or Newark or whatever, I get these mean looks. And they're like, how could you do that? But you get a pass.
Yeah,
you're DMC.
That's right, you're DMC. So the rules are completely different.
Exactly.
Well,
but as a matter of fact, I was a Mets fan because I lived in Queens anyway.
See, we don't hate the Mets fans the way that we hate the Yankees fans.
The Mets are like the Boy Scouts. You just love them. Right? Think about it. The Mets is like the Boy Scouts.
Pretty much.
David Wright, like he's the lead Boy Scout guy. They're just so good,
The last time you were up here, we were talking about you getting ready to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
So that had to be like 08?
Something like that, yeah.
Right,
so
wow.
You're in the, congratulations.
Thank you. I know, it's crazy.
You're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No, it's so incomprehensible. Is that the right way to say
that's the right word. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Inconceivable.
Yes.
I mean, after it happened, everywhere I go, people go, congratulations. And I'm like, for what? They give me the Rock and Roll, thank you. No, but put it like this. It's one thing to be really inducted in there, but it was a privilege just to be considered worthy enough to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with all the iconic rock gods who we used to steal their music. Remember? We used to sample everything. You know what I'm saying? Walk This Way was a breakbeat. We Will Rock You, Queen, Rolling Stones. We stole everything, rapped over it. 95% of people on earth throughout the history of creative arts was like, they're stealing music. It's not real. So just to be considered worthy enough for induction was a big, big thing. But then to get in is a whole nother level.
Well, then you're in the audience with, I mean, you're sitting next to the guys from Metallica.
Yeah, into the Hall of Fame with Metallica.
Yeah.
45 was the age, not the caliber.
And to have Eminem go up on stage and say, none of us would be here without Run-D.M.C.
It's like
says
huge.
a lot.
Right. Well, the video director for Walk This Way was genius. For the scene when Steven Tyler takes the mic stand.
Yeah, absolutely.
That wasn't our idea. That was his idea. John Small is the video director's name, I believe. John Small. I hope so. Not John. John Wall's a basketball player. John Small. But what happened in that video really happened in life.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, like we were talking about it, some of the security guards downstairs that don't really listen to rock music all that much. Do you have any idea how cool I am to those guys right now? Because I'm really cool because you're in here with me right now.
I took my son at 9 years old. He discovered Kiss from a video game. And he was like, because he knows this when he was 9. He knows I know everybody. Daddy, you know these guys. This is Kiss. I love it. So I brought Kiss Greatest Hits. I mean, he knows everything from that to Beth. Kiss came to Jersey for his 20th birthday. So I took him to see Kiss. He got to meet the guys. They went on stage, put on their show, and my son was crying. He said, I waited 10 years for this.
And to see Gene Simmons cough up blood.
Right, and exactly.
And to see the explosions.
And I was like, decent, but the thing with the rock for us was, even though we sampled it, we're not like the rappers today that don't care about anything. When we sampled an artist, we studied and did research on who the person was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You've always been a huge, huge fan of rock music. I mean, you got a Beatles T-shirt on right now.
That's why I said I didn't say I was the king of rap in 85. The rappers, man, who wants to be a king of rap, right? We don't want to be no king of the rap. So, as a little kid, the reason why, though, as a little kid, when I was growing up in Queens, New York, we had AM radio. And on AM radio, they played the Jackson 5, Sly and the Family Stone, James Brown. But they also played the Doobie Brothers, Led Zeppelin, Jim Croce, Harry Chapin.
Radio was a lot different back then.
It was way different. And it was something about the folk rock and the so-called classic rock gods of today that caught, Neil Young, Crosby, Stills, Young and Nash. It was just something about their music. Like, I didn't care about afros, high heels, and soul power. I was like, what the hell is the guitar and the drums and John Cougar Mellencamp and, they just sung about, it was just more alive to me.
Yeah.
The soul was cool, but it was just like, also, because a lot of it was sing-songy, like,
right.
We all live in a yellow sun, the town where I was born, lived them in. But then it was also those songs like Ohio. And the funny thing is, I had to be a grown person to remember, the song Ohio is about the Kent University thing that was on TV so rock and roll, I did an interview and I said rock and roll is validation of the existence of our lives.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
And it shows just by how much the music is lasted.
Right.
How much people really associate,
I say this
memories to
right.
it.
I say this quote and they say that again. Classic, when classic rock, classic doesn't mean old. It means better than everything that comes after it for eternity, though.
It's true.
It doesn't end where, maybe in 3015 there'll be something that's going to... No.
No.
Everything that ends, wherever classic rock ends, I think, does classic rock end... I'm talking about the pre-recorded music. Wherever it ended, Tom Petty just got a #1 album. Yay!
For the first time.
Ever. Right. See, I follow rock. I don't care. See, the only reason I follow hip-hop is to figure out whose butt I can kick. In person and on stage. But, rock is just so much fun, man.
Well, I'm going to play this.
Yes.
We're going to come back and give out a code word to give away an instant $1,000, and then we're going to talk about your comic books.
Okay, yes.
And we're going to go under the covers a little bit later on, too, right?
We got to get one of the covers.
All right.